it to bandwidth. Because George talked about bandwidth as being the restrictor. But if you look at the cell phone network, they're not limiting your choices and application choices based on bandwidth. They're doing it based on how they can maximize their profit. So we see that in the SMS short codes. We see that with them granting SMS short codes to the Red Cross and United Way. Why? There's no money to be made from them. There's a potential liability issue. But even better, why should they have that? Do you need to go and get permission? And it may be controversial and it may be political. So the decision Verizon Wireless makes, both on the wireless application side and also on the SMS codes, is to say, you know what? We're not going to do any of those unless you come and ask for permission. I'd extend the metaphor more so, not from the cellular world, which we see is happening now, but also the cable TV world. Is there more innovation in the e-commerce space in the cable TV world? In the cable TV e-commerce world is Home Shopping Network and QVC. Is that a better model than the internet e-commerce world? Between eBay, Google Ad Networks, Google AdSense, between all of the small players that choose to participate and don't have to get permission, where the cable TV world, you're either on QVC or you're on the Home Shopping Network, or you're not able to provide. Because that's the point of who is making the determination. Who is the one who's saying, I'm going to grant you the right to ride across my network?
Let us actually talk about what is done today, because that matters as a starting point. What was being done 3 years ago? I'll tell you how eBay, since it's your company, and if you wish to correctly go right ahead, is connecting to the network today. They are not buying Title II, common tariff, network neutrality connections. That would be preposterous. Every one of them is buying private high-capacity pipes. I'll tell you what Google does beyond that. I don't know. eBay almost certainly the same. Google is actually building storage centers all across the country. They started with one. They built 12. By putting huge caching systems all over the country, of course, you bypass large parts of the network. I suspect eBay is either doing the same or using Akamai or one of the storage people. And so you bypass a lot of the... So today, at the high end, at the company end, you have no network neutrality. Every one of your connections, if you're a large provider, is a contract negotiated connection. You're probably running your own fiber if you're big enough. You're going through... So you know, at my end, Larry and everybody agrees we can have tiered service. So what exactly are we trying to outlaw? And I know what we're trying to outlaw. And let's face it, we are trying to outlaw any contract that would say, look, if there's scarcity, if there's prioritizing, if there's anything that has to be done in the network to differentiate what are in fact differentiated services, and I want to finish this point because it's crucial, okay? The big carriers cannot contract with the people who need the high throughput. Now look, there's a huge fallacy in what's written in the Senate bill and what Larry argues. Larry, you know, has this religion about, gee, the conception of the net was this and that and the next thing. Now let's talk the real world. Data services and voice services and video services are quite different in terms of what's needed. Okay? Data is a forgiving kind of stuff. You can cache it. You can suffer temporary interruptions. You know, if your email has a quarter-second glitch in it, you know, you may notice, you may not. It'll matter over time, it adds up. You cannot watch an action movie with a quarter-second glitch, okay? Because it ruins the movie, okay? I mean, a second glitch and you walk out of the theater, right? It just is, I mean, something interesting might be happening, right? During that second, it ruins the whole effect. Voice, you cannot have a two-way voice conversation with delays. It's crummy, okay? There's a powerful economic and service-related reason to say not all bits are equal. Some people need high throughput and will pay for it. Netflix can send you a disc through the mail. They can cache it on your system if they have to go that way. Or they can pay for throughput. We should allow the money and the people who want to buy that service to pay for it. That's how you get things built.
But Peter, you're a smart guy.
Actually outlaw that.
Peter, you're a smart guy. You know that's not what I'm arguing against.
I know what that's written on.
Okay, but you
because I know what those words mean.
You put me with that.
Well, that's what I'm. Then Larry's on my side too, but we're both against that.
No. Telecosm, page 205. The old players are singing the song of the